Jay-Z has just been accused of raping a 13-year-old in a recent lawsuit with Diddy, and he addressed these allegations and he went off. And there's a lot of stuff starting to heat up now. Things are starting to get very interesting. We're going to go through a lot of the details in the lawsuit, so viewer discretion is advised. You know how these things get. It can get very disturbing, especially when there's kids involved. But before we get into that, I want to show you this. So Beyonce's mom liked this Instagram post and it sent social media into a frenzy. Everyone was so confused as to why she liked this Instagram post. Look, I don't know what her intent is behind it, but I also think it's really interesting why she's just liking posts breaking the news of the lawsuit. Just something small that I thought was interesting, but now let's get into the real stuff. So the attorney that is doing all of this is Tony Busby. You might recognize this guy from a lot of other high-profile lawsuits. I mean, he did the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. He represented the victims affected by the disaster. He also did Astroworld. I mean, the massive Travis Scott concert where a lot of people passed away. He filed a $750 million lawsuit on behalf of 120 victims. And he also represented multiple clients alleging the sexual misconduct against Deshaun Watson, the NFL quarterback. That was a massive case. And now he's representing over 100 people filing lawsuits against P. Diddy. But now we got the name drop of Jay-Z that he was involved. And this is a big one. So let's go through some of the details of this lawsuit. It states that on September 7th of 2000, the plaintiff, who was then 13 years old, had a friend drive and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could try to attend the Video Music Awards, the VMAs. Attending the VMAs was always on her bucket list and she believed that she could gain entry. So determined to get into the VMAs or an after party, she approached several limousine drivers parked nearby and attempted to talk her way into either. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for defendant Combs, P. Diddy. The driver told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she fit what Diddy was looking for. And while not allowing her into the awards, the driver invited her to an after party. The driver later drove Combs to a party and returned to pick up the plaintiff. They drove for about 20 minutes and they arrived at what she believed to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway, according to the lawsuit. Once inside, two men asked plaintiff to sign a document, which plaintiff did not read, but which she now believes to have been an NDA. Plaintiff attempted to mingle in the crowd and she talked to several of the celebrities that she recognized and whom she had wanted to see at the VMAs. Waitstaff circulated through the room carrying trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the venue. She saw widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses circulating the crowd. The drink was a reddish-yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, she began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her feel like she needed to lie down. Looking for a place to rest, she walked down what appeared to be a hallway containing several rooms off of it. She entered what appeared to be an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. This room contained only a large bed with no furniture of any other kind. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with defendant Carter and a female celebrity. She immediately recognized all three celebrities. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff toward a wall, causing her to fall. She got up and stumbled, at which Combs grabbed her again, threw her on the bed, and at that point, Carter began removing her clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. She was held down by Carter as he raped her, while Combs and Celebrity B watched, the lawsuit alleges. After Carter was finished, he stepped back toward the wall. Combs then stepped forward and raped her, while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force her to perform oral sex. She fought back, standing up quickly, punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taken aback, Combs stopped his attempt. When Combs backed away in surprise, she grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran out of the bedroom, holding her dress in front of her like a towel. She ran around the residence until she found the front door and was able to leave the party. Although there were other guests still at the party, no one appeared to take notice at her distress or attempted to even help her. Once outside, she put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. She attempted to retrace the route taken by the limo driver. She kept running until she reached a gas station she noticed on the way to the party. A female clerk noticed her distress and allowed her to use the phone. She called her father, admitted she had lied about her whereabouts, and asked him to pick her up. Plaintiff's father arrived to pick her up shortly before dawn. After the assault, she fell into deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life. In a statement released through social media, Carter claimed the lawsuit was an extortion attempt. Here's Jay-Z's statement. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt, called a demand letter, from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. Jay-Z said these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. I have no idea how you have become such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity, Jay-Z added. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. He added that children should not have to endure such at their age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy the families and the human spirit. My heart goes out to the true victims of the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project in Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. Jay-Z concluded with this. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. Wow. So Jay-Z sounds really pissed off and sounds honestly really scary, but this man, Tony Busby, is very brave. Clearly, Jay-Z is more powerful than Diddy, and now people are trying to bring him down. This is the first time we've seen a big celebrity name in a lawsuit with Diddy since he's been to jail, and this is starting to get really, really wild. And as of now, you now know all the information that I have as the time I'm making this video, but I'll be sure to follow up and make more videos when we get more updates because this is a very new and developing story. So comment down below, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation.